Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our course Introduction to Language Studies. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss Renaissance period and Shakespeare contribution in English language. Renaissance. So if I talk about what is meant by Renaissance, Renaissance means rebirth. It is a time when in Europe it was revival of art, learning, and culture. So this period is known as Renaissance. This period was deeply influenced by Greek and Latin. A lot of words were borrowed from these languages, especially from in science, philosophy, and literature. For example, criticism, democracy, and philosophy. These words have been taken from Greek and Latin. This was a time when work was done to enrich English vocabulary. Thousands of new words were introduced in English language. It was a time when first time printing was introduced, and in 1476 William Caxton printed a dictionary having a standardized spellings and words with proper pronunciation. Renaissance period was a time of transition. It was a time when English language was going through transition period, and it was shifting from middle 18th century to modern English. At that particular time, pronunciation and spellings were still unstable. They were not standardized. It was a time when the more focus was on literature, drama, and poetry. When we talk about Renaissance, and if we don't talk about one person, or if we don't take the name of one person, then it remains incomplete. The person, the figure is known as Shakespeare. From 1565 to 1616, Shakespeare contributed to English language in a tremendous way. He is called one of the greatest writers of English language. He introduced new English words. For example, lonely, majesty, gloomy, hurry, critic, ode to Shakespeare. He also introduced some famous expressions like paradise, heart of glad, heart of gold, wild goose chase. He used creative metaphors, imagery, and flexible grammar to enrich English. Why Shakespeare is the main or central figure of Renaissance? Because he first time demonstrated, or rather proved, that English can be rich, expressive, and powerful tool. It was a time, as I have mentioned in the previous slide, that first time printing was introduced. So Shakespeare's work was printed, and this got popularity as well. If I could recap about Renaissance, Renaissance means rebirth of learning, new art and culture. It was a time when new vocabulary from Latin and Greek, especially in the field of philosophy and literature, were introduced. It was a time when press was introduced and English dictionaries was published. Shakespeare contributed considerably in enriching English language. He introduced new words, idioms, idiomatic expressions in English that are even used today. Renaissance is the most important period, transitional period of English language. It has a central role in establishing English language. In the next video, I will talk about 18th century English. What kind of changes took place in 18th century English and what was the reason behind that one. So if you are new on the channel, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you may get a notification of our coming videos. If you like this video or if you have found this video useful, please like it and share it with your fellows who are learning English language or in linguistics. Take care. See you in next video.